Hello, I've been asked by Melissa to come read to your classroom. My name is Dvora Swickle, and I'm at dvoraswickle.com. And my company name is Sweet Greengrass Books. I would love to read to you some poetry. I hear that you're doing poetry. So I would like to read a few poems. And some of the poems are, Snookies. Let's start with Snookies. Snooky played hooky from school one day. Reading and writing is not for me. Arithmetic is kitty stuff. Spelling is for bees. All Snooky could see is fishing, fishing, fishing. If I fish and fish all day, I will have fish upon my plate. Then, snap, twang, swizzle, the hook snapped off the swivel. It all dropped, you see, down to the ground. Snooky thought, what shall I do? Dropping to his knees, he pulled out his fishy book. It looked like Japanese. It showed how to tie the line, swivel the hook, hook it, then bait. But Snooky couldn't do it. Maybe it's not too late. So Snooky went back to school. The fish will have to wait, for maybe schooling's not so bad. There Snooky will learn his trade. I love writing fish things. So since we're on the line of fish, I think I will read la 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 here it comes, the wormy story. I wrote this story when I was in para-educating school to work in the classroom. And so I wrote this. It started out being a poem, but then it got large enough to where I could put pictures to it, and voila, it ended up being a book. Sometimes that happens. So, this is the wormy story. Hey, bub, what's your name? Asked the fish. Worm, said the worm, all shaking all wet. Why are you so cold? Asked the fish. I do not belong here. I belong in the ground, said the worm. I cannot go there, for I live here. But I can help you if you trust me, said the fish. I cannot live here, for I know that I am doomed, so I must trust you. Do what you must do, said the worm. The fish inhaled. He slipped up the worm. He swam to shore and left an empty hook. Hut-tooey-fluey-puck! He spit the worm back up. Out onto the ground the worried worm dropped. Thank you, thank you. Your trust is a plus, said the worm. The fish replied, I'm glad you did, for had you not, I would have simply ate you up. Wow. I love that poem. Well, how about if we read Snookies? And then Snooky played hooky from school one day. Oh, writing and reading is not for me. Arithmetic is kitty stuff, and spelling is for bees. All Snooky could see is I read this. Oh my gosh, a deja vu just went right through my brain. Wow. I should just leave this in there. Then it can show you that everybody isn't perfect, and all videos don't turn out so wonderfully either. Sometimes you have to keep doing things, and so I think what I'll read is Salamander Stew. It's so rude, salamander stew. Tiny, teeny toes float about, sometimes with its belly up. With a flip-flop it turns its nose, slowly bouncing about. So I close my eyes, gently scoop with my spoon. Down underneath it disappears. A splish-splash, the salamander dashed. He's out, I cried. Squiggle-squaggle, the salamander didn't diddle or daddle. And now my soup is not so bad. I don't have to worry about no teeny tiny toes, no nose to know. Now my stew is simple. I faked the flip-flop, so I ate it up. Slurp, slurp, dribble, drop. It was easy, was it not? Oh, okay. And I shall read Pickles and Peanut Butter. Pickles and peanut butter you do not have to utter. I know from another that pickles and peanut butter go well together. Even on a spoon or all alone, pickles and peanut butter is good. But take a moment and spread it on, because pickles turn peanut butter on. So when you're all alone, nothing to eat, spoon it up, spread it out, crunch it up. For pickles and peanut butter do each other good. And they taste good together, too. Okie dokie. Icky Beaky. Icky Beaky sat upon a hill, sitting, making no thrills. Icky Beaky, he tried to be sneaky, but he didn't ask to climb the steep hill. Icky Beaky got grounded to his room, so now all you can do is stare at it from his room. Icky Beaky, he cried a small cry. Maybe tomorrow I'll ask to climb. Mother will say yes. Oh, I'll be so happy. So Icky Beaky, he asked immediately. Icky Beaky climbed the hill. He didn't have to be sneaky. Now it's a thrill, and I hear he's there still. Oh, it's good to ask. Sometimes it's just good to ask. Makes life much easier. Well, monkey toes. Snicker, dicker, doodle doos, honey bunchkins a roo, red-headed weeble whoppers all in a row, down in the monkey barrel, twiddling their toes. These are their names, and this is how it goes. Snicker and dicker, and doodle doos, honey with bunchkins, and a roo. Red-headed weeble whoppers all in a row, down in the monkey barrel, twiddling their toes. Well, I don't think I have much more time. I'm not sure how long this can be before it's too long and I won't go through the email. So I'd like to thank you for inviting me to your classroom, and I hope you invite me again. I had a great time. Thank you so much.